Anyway, it's a project that has needed to be done for quite a while. I'm just putting you on my tripod so I don't have to hold you. If you're new here, my name is Ginger. I'm a Northern California dressage rider, and today we're tackling my dressage court. So this arena has been put together in stages over the last 7 years, nearly 8 years that we've been building this property. Nothing was here when we came, and we built everything that you see on the property. So if you're new here, again, my name is Ginger. I'm going to be working on my arena today, tearing down the, we're taking out all the T-posts, we're moving all the panels, we're going to actually measure to make sure we get the right dimensions and it's square because I need to prep for the spring shows. So this is a project that's been kind of on the to-do list for a while, and I've just now decided to tackle it. So anyway, don't forget the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share the channel, you know, watch for a little while. Like I said, we're going to be working today. I'll leave it live for a while and kind of see how it goes. I'll check in with the camera every so often as I'm working, so I can answer any questions. So if you have any questions or comments, please make sure you leave them, and I'll go ahead and answer them as I go. I'm going to be out here a couple hours. I already tore down the other side of the arena last night. It took about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. There's a lot of fencing. Originally we had fencing up attached to the T-post, so I had to cut it all off the T-posts, and it took longer. So the rest of the arena shouldn't take that long. So I'll move you over here to the work site so you can kind of see what we're doing. And I'm basically using the tractor to pull the T-posts, and then I'm going to use the tractor to kind of grade and level out the edges, so that way we can determine where the edges of the arena are. The arena is roughly 200 by 80 wide, and for dressage court it needs to be, I think it's like 197, something like that, by 67 and a half. So we're wider than we need to be, and we're maybe not as long as we need to be. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm adjusting my arena to make sure that we get everything correct. So I'm going to be starting down here. I'm actually going to be eliminating this post that I'm going to put you next to, but for the moment I can put you here so you can kind of watch. You can kind of watch the progression as to what we're doing. So you can kind of watch me pull the T-posts out. All these T-posts have to come out all the way down. And then I'll move all the panels into the arena behind me like you see here. And then of course, we did some grading down the side of the arena last night. So I ripped all that out yesterday. And now we're going to be doing the end and then down the other side. So let me just stick you here so that you're roughly level. So hopefully you can see. But anyway, don't forget the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Hey, hi. Yeah, just check in, leave questions as you go. I need to get working, so I'm going to check back in with you periodically as I'm pulling stuff. And yeah, I do have a life. It's called, I have a farm. This is what we do on farms. And what are you doing? You're watching my live stream. Yay! Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Thanks, I appreciate it. And you know what? My birthday was Friday. And I know I don't look it, but I turned 23, and we do it by decades. Anyway, thanks, I appreciate it. But anyway, hey, watch some work get done. This is what you do on the, well, good, I scroll too, but I don't leave nasty comments. I try to have respect and manners for people. You know, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it. That's what I was taught. But I'm a feral Gen Xer. So we grew up in a totally different time span, if that gives you any hint on my birthday. Anyway, I'm going to get in the tractor and I'm going to start pulling T-posts. Thanks, I appreciate it. Hey, don't forget to check in. Yeah, anyway, this feral Gen Xer who just had a birthday is going to be pulling some T-posts with the tractor and getting some work done. Because, you know, a lot of people on their Instagram and whatever, you probably just think all we do is ride, and we have, hey, thanks Damien, I appreciate it. You probably just think we have people that, you know, take care of the horses. No, I do whatever. I do it all. I take care of the farm. I take care of the animals. I take care of all the fencing. And then eventually I ride. We are not riding this weekend because we got a lot of stuff to do. Oh, I don't know. So, you know, people like to be mean. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. I don't know them personally, so I ain't taking it personally. But yeah, all right. Jumping in the tractor, doing some work. I will check back in with you in a few minutes. All right. So you can hear me. I'm in the tractor. And what I do is I've got a T-post puller, which is really handy dandy. Hopefully it catches. Yep, there it goes. Nope, it let go. That happens. Might have to turn it. Oh, it's really in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the T-post puller. These posts have been in the ground for like 6-7 years. So they're really in the dirt. All right, so first attempt failed. Let's pull this sucker, turn it around. It's got to grab the little knobby things on the T-posts. These are 4-foot T-post heavy duty stakes. And we put all these in by hand 7 years ago. I'm too old to do that anymore. There we go. All right, so that's how it's supposed to work. And then we'll take it off and go to the next post. Yay! Success! All right, and this one. Yeah, originally we put all these in by hand, and I'll show you how far in the ground they are. So that's how far in the ground they go. So, and driving all those by hand, oh good Lord, it's a lot of work. And I'm getting too old for that, so tractor does a lot of the work for me these days. All right, we're going to the next one. Thanks for coming, everybody. Hey, don't forget the thumbs up, subscribe, you know, share, like, all that stuff and things. All right, we're going to the next one. Move you down so you can kind of see what we're doing. See if you got a good look there. This post here is what we're going for next. Yeah, you can see. All right, move back up. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine having a farm without heavy equipment, because forget that stuff. After all the work we did manually when we built this place, I wouldn't do it again. I'd get equipment. First thing you want to do when you buy a farm, buy a tractor, because you're going to need it. All right, so now we're going to drop that on. This post is bent because, I don't know, I either hit it with a previous tractor or a horse bent some panels or something, who knows. All right, we'll pull this one, see if it pulls right away. Yeah. Nice. Makes quick work. I love it. So once I get all these T-posts pulled, I have to go down the other side and I have to cut some of the ties that are on the T-post on the other side. You can see how quick this goes. It's really nice when you have the right tools. All right, now let's go to the bent post. Bent post is going to take a minute. Well, thanks. Thanks for coming in to say hi. You get bent post here. This one's special. Let's see if we can get this one pulled out. We upgraded to this tractor last year. Our original tractor wasn't strong enough for a lot of the work that we were asking it to do. So we upgraded to this beast. And the nice thing is it has air conditioning and heat. Would not do without that these days, because we are out here, we got work to do and it's 110 degrees. You don't want to do work out here in 110 degrees unless you got air conditioning. At least I don't. I don't know about you guys. Alright. I'm gonna pull bent post. See if the bent post comes out right away. Alrighty. There, that came out pretty good. I was thinking that one was gonna cause me trouble. So that's good. And obviously a post that's bent like this, it's can't be reused. So this one, unfortunately, is a goner. These things are like, I think at the time we bought them, they were like $5 a piece. So, and we have a lot of them, probably a couple hundred of them on the property. Hi, thanks for coming. All right, we got the next post. I'm gonna do this post. Back up the tractor and get this one out next. That's going pretty good. I thought vlogging was going to slow me down quite a bit because I could start talking to the camera and then, you know, forget what we're doing. Let me just reposition because now that we're off the corner, I can get a little straighter line to this next couple. It'd be helpful if I took the brake off. All right, here we go. Here. Okay, let me get this post. Yeah, that's all the stuff you don't see on Instagram, so, you know, it's the fun stuff. All right, let me... I think you can see that post pretty well right there. Okay, so we're taking that post out. Alrighty. Ah, good. Okay. Started slipping, but oops. I hate when it does that. Not like it when it hits my tractor. We'll probably have to put you down the other end so you don't have the sun in your way. So let's go down here so you can see me backing towards the camera. That way it's a little better view. Okay. Because we're coming down this line here. So, all right, we're going to start pulling these two here, and then we've got some cutting and stuff to do. Okay, brake is off. Yay. Alright. This one. So this next one, I'm going to have to move this water line. So this is my irrigation for the arena. And it's buried by quite a bit of soil, so I'm also repositioning the irrigation lines. So it's kind of a fairly big project, more than just redoing the arena. It's redoing the entire arena and irrigation, because it's pointless if my arena only does the sides. I need it to do the middle too. There we go. Just like butter. Oh, that's bent post. Alright. Obviously it's faster if you have somebody doing the post end of it. But we are actually We have a hay barn going up right now as well. So husband is down the other end of the property doing concrete today for the footings for the building. Because we do everything here on our own. It'd be nice to have people hired in to do stuff, but it's not always, you know, financially possible, and sometimes it's just we can do it ourselves, so we save the money on labor if we do it ourselves. Most farmers do stuff on their own anyway. Just the way things go. You got to learn how to be a welder, and fence person, mechanic, and all the stuff and things you got to do on your own. Here we go. Pull this one. Yeah, like butter. There we go. All right, now I've got to do some more cutting. I'm gonna park the trailer, or park the tractor, and then we're gonna start working on the rest of this fence line. Tractor's down, should be a lot quieter now. Now we're going to do some cutting using some different stuff. Okay, so now let me move you over here. So what I'm doing is detaching the panels from the T-posts and then moving the panels out of the way, and then moving the irrigation lines out of the way. So that's the next part for this whole line. And you can look down this fence line. It's very windy. It's not straight at all. So it doesn't help me with geometry when we're showing dressage. If my fence line and my long sides are going, no. So you know, if you want to do well, you have to practice correctly. And it's hard to practice correctly when I don't have good geometry in my arena. So that's what's kind of precipitated this project. And I'm just going to cut this. It's faster to just cut it. So let me get my other tools over here. So I have a knife. I don't think I need the bolt cutters. I think I just need the knife because we don't have any. Yeah, there's no fencing on this side. We removed that a while back. So, like I was saying, these T-posts originally had just a simple fence on them, and we didn't have the panels at the time, so we just put up a simple fencing. And then eventually when I got the panels, it was about 3 years ago, maybe more, when I got all these arena panels, we just tied them to the T-posts that were here. So it's never been exactly the best setup because it's just not straight, but that's fine. We'll get it done. So now that I've got this underway, this side actually has fewer T-posts, so it's easier to cut this stuff apart. So this one, like this is here. Most of the time I do a slip knot so I can save the string because it's a farm. We do string here. We do a lot with string. And but these are square knotted, so I have to cut them off because there's just no point. And then I can set up, once I get all the measurements done and I get the T-post back in, so that way it makes sense, then I can, you know, like I said, do my measurements, put my panels back in on the T-post once I line them all up, and then I'll be able to put my markers, like this is one of my markers here. So it's one of my letters. So I can get the markers put where they need to be. Right now it's just sort of a guess. So all of my measurements are off. So if all my measurements are off between my letters, that throws my geometry off, like when I go to show. So it may seem silly, but there's actually a reason why you gotta get the stuff all proper. Because when you're in a test and you're writing it and you've been writing it wrong on the wrong line with the wrong dimensions for a year, then of course there goes your score. And it can take you down like 2%, which is huge. It can make the difference between qualifying for regionals and nationals and not qualifying for regionals and nationals. So it's just kind of at this point where I said, you know what, I need to get this done, you know. I need to be able to, whoop, you can see it leaning. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start taking these apart. Whoops, okay. So now you can see the whole thing is leaning, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So I have to take them apart. So let me just cut a couple of these off so my irrigation doesn't go colliding into the arena with it. Okay, so where do I need to cut? I need to cut this panels off. All right, let me see if I can take them off here without the whole thing going over. Oh, never mind. It just fell. Okay, plan B. Oh, all right. Let me go up here and take these apart so I don't have a big mess. Because now they're all leaning, which is not ideal. Oh, great. All right, hold please. We have a crisis unfolding here. Let me get these panels detached so that way we don't end up with a huge mess. Because that one down there I think broke or was broken. It's possible it was already broken. So I need to get these pins out. Up here. Yeah, I think this just broke under its own weight. Let's take this. Oh, I hate that when that happens. This up. These panels are about 50 pounds a piece, 40 to 50 pounds a piece, so you can do some math if you want. I need to get them apart. Hate it when this happens. This is where you really need a second person to help. It's got pressure on the joint, so I'm having trouble. Here we go. Come on. There. Got that one. these up. Joys of farm life. So you thought it was all just unicorns and rainbows. You didn't know we actually had to work on the farm. And I think this was previously broken. I think that's why this one failed. So I'll just move this over here. This one. Don't do it, don't do it. It's trying to fall over again. All right. All right. All right. Let's get these out of the way. With that part done, all right, I'm going to disentangle the rest of this so I can prevent a disaster. You can see they're all laying down. I have to get these up. Nope. Too heavy. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh. I'd like to get one of these up so I can bend it, stand the rest of them up. Oh. Yay. Ah, okay. I got that one up. Oh, don't do it, don't do it. Pull it out. So then I can pull it out. It'll provide some stability for the rest of it. Whew, okay. That could have been bad. All right, let's see if I can detach this one. Still sort of held down further, so I can pull this in. All right. this is why my body hurts so bad the next day, dragging these panels. Whew. Well, that's good. Once they go over, it's hard to get them back up, especially when it's a big line like that. That's why they're attached to the T-posts, is to keep them from falling over. Get as close to a straight line as we can. All right. That part is done. Probably need to go down and stabilize the rest of them. So yeah, I like the panels because they're easy to move. So if I need to make adjustments on wherever I've placed them, it's easy enough to take them apart and move them. It's a pain. I don't like having to do it very often, but it definitely helps if you're moving stuff around on the farm. All right, so let me pull this one out. You can see it's leaning already. So pull this one out to stabilize the rest of the line. Cut some more ties. Oh, that one's already undone. Okay. More string I can reuse. So as you get down here to the front gate part is where it really gets out of whack. It's just not, it's not ideal. So I just need to get it all straightened out. Taking this one apart down here so that way I can move it out to provide support for the rest of them. So pulling apart down here. All right. Okay. Like I said, my water lines are going to be moved as well. I think I be a little more efficient with my watering because I'm not getting the center of the arena wet, which is a problem. This panel I'm probably going to move somewhere else. So it's a walk-through gate. It's not a very good ride-through gate, so kind of needs to be moved elsewhere. You can see I'm just sort of wiggling the panels out of the dirt because they're buried in here 4 to 6 inches into the ground. I'm not sure which direction we're going to push the arena, but it's definitely going to be moved over. This is all coinkydink. this one didn't fit together very well. Free. Let's pull this out of the way. All right. Much better. Ready? I think that was the last one to undo. The rest of these are just seriously down on the ground because they've been here for so long. Yeah, that was the last one to undo. Okay, now we can finish pulling the T-posts. And get the irrigation line out of the way. All right, good, that worked out well. All right, yeah, this side was much faster because I didn't have to do the winding up of the fencing and cutting fencing off. So, much better. And then these water lines need to be pulled out of the way. And my blocks need to be moved. All my stuff and things here. That's another one to cut. Okay, that one. Oh, don't, you broke. Okay, well, I got another water line to fix. It's fine. These have been here for several years, so it's very understandable for them to break. Oh, I can hear that one cracking too. This plastic gets really brittle. This plastic gets very brittle over time. So it's expected that it's gonna give way. Here's one of my letters. It survived the horses munching. Ah, I got another one broke. Okay. Yep, T-post broke there. That's fine. These have been here for a couple of years, so it's gonna happen. This PVC doesn't hold up really well to the heat. You see how long they've been here. They're buried in the grass several inches. Oh, another one broke. Another letter. All right. All right, I'll come pick you up and then we'll start pulling these posts. Ah, fun, fun. Hundreds of feet of PVC. Like 200 feet on this line alone. All right, back to the tractor we go. So, got that line all done. You can see I dropped all the water lines. And some of them broke, it's no big deal. We'll get that taken care of. When we put stuff back together right now, we're just trying to get stuff apart so we can kind of see where we're at, get our measurements, and replot the dimensions for the arena. Okay, where am I gonna go? Might start. I need to start up here. Okay. Swing around here and get the tractor, and we'll start with these posts over here. We'll start with this one over here. Everything's cut. Good. This rando post taken care of. All right, back to the tractor we go. Okay, strap on. All right. Got a little better view. You can see what we're doing. So anyway, if you're new here, my name's Ginger. Hi. I'm a dressage rider from Northern California, and we're doing farm work obviously today. So this is all part of having a farm, and we're redesigning the arena. It's been here about 7 years, so we're taking everything down, and then we're going to remeasure everything and then put it back up. So fortunately I have my handy dandy tractor to help me. So we're pulling the T-posts out from the original format that we when we originally placed the arena. And all of these posts were put in by hand. Now we have the tractor. We can have the tractor push the T-posts in using the forks on the front of the tractor. Make my life so much easier. That way, this is a job I can do myself. Okay, there we go. And she's out. Just like that. Just like butter. Knife through butter. I can smash it into my tractor, but at least it's pulling my posts. Alright, let's go to this one over here. Hopefully the sun's not going to give you too much glare, so we're going to take this one next. So there's certain jobs on the farm that we can do in the winter that are not really feasible in the summer because of the ground conditions. And this is one of them. So once the ground dries out It's extremely difficult to drive T-posts or any posts. Oh, come on, that's rude. Can't you grab it? No, all right, gotta reposition it. Rude. So this area, this bottom part of the land has quite a bit of clay in it. It's river bottom essentially. And so once that clay hardens, it's like concrete. And you can't drive fence posts or drill holes for posts of any kind. So there's certain jobs. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, there you go. Oh, she's hung up on my water line. Okay. Got her out of the ground. There we go. Nice. Sweet. Butter. Go to the next one. All right. Hi everybody that's joined. Thanks for watching. I'm going to need to reposition you down this line so that you can see what we're doing. The sun's starting to get in the way. So we're going to go to this post here next. And we're going to do this whole line. Should only take a few minutes. And then we'll get the tape measures out. I got this 300-foot tape measure thing, and we'll start measuring off the new footprint for the arena. Go this way. Trying not to back up too far because then I'll get into the wet spot over here, which I do not want to get into. That would be bad. Get close on mine. Now I got a little bit of room. Maybe I'll got myself painted into a corner. Not ideal. Alright, that's right. We'll just do it on this side. That way I don't have to wait. This ditch here on the other side of me, there's a ditch over here, over right here on this side. We dug that out, or I dug it out, 2 years ago to capture the water that comes down off a hill behind us through the orchard and to channel it into the back field behind us because it was flooding out this whole end of the arena. So I rerouted it because that's what we do. All right, so now we're going to go on this side. This is just a 2,000 pound, I think it's a 2,000 pound strap we use for pulling. That way it doesn't snap off. And I just put a slip knot on it so that way I can get it loose when I'm done. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Let's put you out of the way so you don't get hurt. We don't want anybody to get hurt in this mission. All right. They come out so easy when the ground is wet like this. Makes this job so much easier. Because, like I said, we hand drilled all these into the ground about 6 years ago. It was not nice. 7 years ago, I guess it was. Yeah, it was a while ago. Go on to our next one. I'll put you over here. Well, put you over here so that way you can kind of see what we're doing as we come down the line. There we go. Get it leveled off. It's not very level. Muddy, very muddy. All right, next one. There we go. Rinse and repeat. Hope you guys are having a good time watching. I don't think a lot of people show a lot of the farm work that they do. And if they do, they put it on time lapse. But we are doing it in real time. Oh, don't break, don't break. I can hear it snapping, cracking, popping. Don't break. There we go. And this tool that's on the end of that strap is a fence puller. It's just a piece of metal. It's got a shape on it of the T-post, so you can put it over the T-post, and then when you lift up, put pressure on the strap, it just pulls the T-post right out, just like that. There we go. Just like that. Easy peasy. Next one. All right, go up to this next one right there. Position. There you go. You watch it get pulled out of the ground. Got a good bite. Nice. Down to this next one. There you go. Go to this one next. Get this water line out of the way. Just pulling the water line out of the way so I can just come down this line. All right. All right. Yeah, arenas are a lot more than just a piece of sand that you lay down. There's a lot to it. You got to keep it groomed, keep it irrigated so it's usable. A lot that goes into it. It's not going to grab that way, so I have to put it on the other way. So that way when it lifts up, it has something to grab onto. Come on, there you go. Nice. There. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. So we're getting there. There's about 7 more to go after that one. there you go. Whew, that one is fighting it. That one didn't want to come out for a minute there. It's pretty deep in the ground. I'm moving the tractor up and then I'll come get you guys. You should be able to see from this angle how distorted the arena goes. It goes like on a curve. So that's what I'm trying to address, is that it's not straight. The measurements are not accurate. So I'm trying to fix. If you can see it a little better on the. You can see how it curves. See that curve there? So originally the first load of sand that we got was in that spot down here where it's sort of a part of a circle. That was a circle. That was the first load of sand that came in, and then we just sort of spread it out and built around it. So that's why as you build over time, that's why it's not straight. It's not straight. Measurements aren't right. So just trying to get that solved now. Get this water line out of the way. That's my Cavaletti blocks. My pole risers when we do pole exercises. So, all right. The sun is in a really bad angle. Okay, it's not too bad there. So we're going to pull this one and move up. Pretty soon we're going to have to get the air conditioning on. There we go, yeah. Sweet. When I'm done, I put these in a pile up next to which was the original hay barn, and of course now we're building a enormous hay barn. We're building a 40 by 20. All right, so I'm gonna bring the tractor up. I'll be right back. And like I said, husband's working on the foundation for the building. So, fun fact, if you guys have never been to my channel before, not only am I an adult amateur dressage rider, I'm actually a U.S. Air Force veteran. So, I used to work on engines and aircraft when I was active duty military. And my husband was in civil engineering, specifically he was in Red Horse with 2 different units, or 3 different units over the years. So he's built projects all over the world. So it's kind of handy to have a built-in construction guy in the house. So anyway, that's why we do things even though we're getting older. That's why we do a lot of these projects on our own. It's because we've done projects like this throughout the years. They take a little longer now. It's just the two of us, and we have neighbors that we can call up for help if needed. Like when we raise the roof on the new building, we're going to probably need additional people to help. It says 2 people can lift the building, and at least in this one video I saw. I don't think so. I think this is a heavy-duty building. It's going to take at least 4 people to raise the building pieces into place, and lives will be safe. Have extra bodies helping on that project. So that project, I haven't started doing any video on it. We've actually got a second building for the trailers, so I might, at some point, might do some videos of that. But right now, I figured I'd just focus on this and get this project completed. So that way, can you see that post? Right there. Yeah, that's the next one I'm going to get this project done, put to bed. I can bring in some more sand and level my arena a little better. Hasn't had new sand in probably 3 years. At least 3 years, if not longer. So, maybe 4 years. We have a dump trailer now, so we can do a lot of the sand work ourselves too. Smaller loads, but we can still dump spread it. So I don't have to hire in a big truck for that type of a job anymore. See if that'll work. So anyway, yeah, we are both veterans, and like I said, it takes us longer to do stuff, and then of course when we do stuff, it takes much longer to recover from it, because we're just not really, come on, that was rude. It looked like it was going to pull, but it didn't want to pull. But yeah, it takes a toll on both of us. We're not in the best physical condition anymore. Years of abuse, doing our very labor-intensive jobs in the military and whatnot. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Whew. Again, that is, oh, there it goes. Okay, I was gonna say, don't do that. That's rude. All right, that's good. Got that one. There we go. You can see I've got the elbow straps on. Got a autoimmune problem as well, so it's not very nice. I have to deal with the pain that goes along with it, but we shall take our medications to assist with the pain as we need. Just trying to minimize the damage. It's, at least I know what's causing the pain and inflammation now. I didn't know before. before we got everything diagnosed. Apparently had it since basic training is when it first started flaring up. And it comes and goes. You get severe periods of problem, and then you get less severe. You just have to deal with it. There's nothing they can do about it. I'm allergic to the medication they tried to put me on for it, so I'm kind of stuck. All right, let's get warm in this tractor. There we go. Come on, pull that sucker out. There you go. Nice. Now we're down here to this corner, which is a little snug. Down here, I've got this last couple to do, last two here. This out of the way. Pull over here and we'll get that out of the ground. We'll just keep you over here. Hopefully you'll be safe. Move this water line out of the way so it doesn't cause any more damage. Oh, I don't want to have to buy another 200 feet of water lines. All right. If you're wondering what the horses are doing, they're actually over there. I put some panels out for them. You probably can't see them from here, but they're back there doing some grazing. So when I'm working, they're eating. You know, that's the arrangement. This needs to be shorter. Strap that kind of undone here. Figures I get to the end and then I have to retie it. There we go. Okay. So I have this one to pull, and I think, yeah, this is it. It's the last one. So this one and this one right next to it. These are the last two that I'm going to pull. And then we'll be done with this part, and then I'm going to go get the measuring tape and start measuring stuff out. Figure out where we're going to center the arena, and then put the T-post back in. Hoping to get this all done today. Come on. There we go. That's it. is supposed to work. It's 11 o'clock, so I've been on this for a couple hours. It's like about 2 hours to pull all these T-posts. Not bad when you have the right tools. Let's get this last one. Last one. Didn't take too long. Done. Last one. T-post operation is complete. So let me get the tractor out of the way, and then I'm gonna go get the measuring device. I'm leaving the T-posts on here because we're going to be putting them back in shortly. Pressure on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to, once we measure and get everything where we want it, then we're going to put the T-post back in and then reattach the panels and then put the panels back in place. So, all right, so I can do a little recap here. So we got all the posts and stuff done out of the arena. The sun is in a really bad angle. As you can see, we got all the panels kind of just shoved over here in the arena, shoved in away from the edges. We're gonna use the tractor to pull up the grass along the edges and smooth that out, and then get my measurements and then figure out where we're going to put the arena back in. So thanks for coming, guys. Again, don't forget the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, share, do all the stuff and things, comment. Love to hear from you. And I'm going to go get something to drink, and then I'm going to go get my measuring tool and then start measuring this out. I might come back on later, like when we start putting the T-post back in, once I get my measurements done, but I'm sure you don't want to watch me doing all the measurements and all that stuff. So it's going to take a while. But I appreciate you coming. It's a beautiful day. I hope everybody is enjoying a lovely day. And back to the grind for me tomorrow, because I don't do this every day. I do it anytime I have a day off, and then I'm out here working. So, but yeah, once I get this project done, I'll be much happier, and then the arena will be set. We'll be able to practice here with good corners and good measurements. So it'll be great. But anyway, thanks.